Ladies and gentlemen, I think that the first thing, if nothing else, the 21st century has proven to be the information age. It's very, very rare that there is something that you can't get information on and get that information within a few seconds. For example, if you use your Google, you take your Google and there's certain issues that you're concerned about, you can put your Google up on your phone and it can give you information about that particular item, and you can go from there. Now, take for example the information that we have said in practically every presentation over the past year and a half, and that being that for every program that is designed to service those in need in terms of helping to ease the burdens of those in need, there is another program designed to prevent the need, in terms of preventing the need to help those poor and those in need. So that's a broad statement. So, but you can very easily, and most people do, they pull out their Google and their particular program, they kind of push the Google button and ask, are there any prevention programs in the area of which we're concerned about? And I guess, since I'm still here, there must be some credibility to that. Now, another example that I can use, and the best example that I can use, is taking the issue that we're concerned about, the Greater Detroit Community Outreach Center, designed to prevent the very first teen parenthood among our school-age youth. Our program says, okay, you have those who are programs that are servicing the poor, and those programs that are servicing teenagers and their parents who have, where the kids have had a baby. Now, Greater Detroit Community Outreach Center says, well, those are service programs, but our job is to try to prevent the first one, so that the next young person, male or female, comes along, that they can make responsible decisions as it relates to this problem. But our goals, or our action goals, are that we go directly into the homes and sit down at the kitchen table with the mama and the daddy and the young person, and we begin to discuss issues relative to effective sex education in the homes, so that when that young person began, we started 8, 9 years old, so that when that young person reaches the age where they begin to, the societal issues begin to pull them into this whole sex arena, they can make responsible decisions where their parents are not going to be around. And even though we have values that we say are pertinent and relevant, sometimes they use them when it relates to this area, and sometimes they don't. But the most important thing is that we say we have to start before teen pregnancies occur. So that's the issue. And that's the issue that you're going to be confronted with. If you're concerned about a problem, a program, now the key to understanding this is that there is an equal and opposite program in terms of the program that you're concerned about, and that is prevention. Prevention of the problems that you're concerned about. And these programs do exist. But let me just deal with one technical aspect that's very important, and you may be concerned about it, and that is, okay, Creighton Rippey's prevention program is in Detroit, Michigan. But we are out here, for example, in California, and we have a very bad teen pregnancy problem. So what is it? Well, that should not be a problem, and that's the point that we're trying to make. These are man-made problems. The fact of the matter is the program in Detroit can be annexed in California. Well, we have a program, for example, there's people who say, well, we have a program of feeding the poor, feeding the hungry. Well, there's a prevention program in California that's designed to do just that. So now, why can't these programs come together? And that's when we talk about what we have produced, and that is a prevention component. That simply says we take the service program, those programs that are servicing the problems of those in need and the poor, and put them together with the prevention programs. And by putting them together, that creates a prevention component. One that takes this problem and just doesn't look at it from one perspective, service. You have to include the prevention, and that creates a holistic approach to the problem. So, but the key to it, and it pretty much always is the key, and that's the money. You, the donor, the one who reaches in his pocket and writes the check or spends money to help this problem. If you see that by putting these programs together, if you can see that, then you have to ask. You have to ask your local United Foundation that I want some of my money, or I want this money to go toward a holistic approach to the problem. You see, but let's just get to where it really is. Those foundations in America, major foundations, giving billions, not millions, billions of dollars to those in need. When all the time there's prevention programs fighting to try to get to the table, to say, wait a minute, we don't have to just put this money into servicing the poor and those in need. We can develop a holistic approach to dealing with this problem. But let's just get down to the nitty-gritty. Your taxes, your tax dollars are put towards welfare programs, other programs that services the problem of those in need. Wait a minute. There are programs here designed to prevent it. Why can't we use our taxes, your taxes, ladies and gentlemen, your taxes, toward a holistic approach where we take the prevention program that we're using our tax dollars with and the service program that doesn't get a dime, hardly, and put them together, making government more accountable to this problem, or whatever problem they say that we're servicing the needs of the poor and those in need. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, there's a much deeper issue here than just having the information. The question is, can we use it to be productive in helping those in need? So I asked you, very simple question. The next time you want to deal with that issue of helping those in need and dealing with the poor and its problems relative, who are you going to call? Creighton Rippey? Me? Published PhD, 40 years of experience in the city of Detroit? Or Google? Ladies and gentlemen, again, my name is Creighton Rippey, Director of the Greater Detroit Community Outreach Center here in Detroit, Michigan. We are available for speaking engagements. So you can give us a call at 313-891-7030, or you can reach us on the World Wide Web at greaterdetroitoutreach.org. Thank you.